how you can move this side and backward also. Go in one direction. No, there is an end to know. This body is a great mystery. Thousand kind of therapies are to treat this body. To help this body to remain healthy. Can body remain healthy? Just think. I'm not saying, I'm not saying ignore it. Keep this in mind. But what you are doing, you are paying your attention to unnecessary things. Now it is a truth. There can be truth. Okay. You have some problem in the air and you press here, by the way, and it may become okay. And thousand type of things are there. Acupressure, Ayurveda, allopathy, bush flower, bark flower, astrology, stones. What is not there? But when you go into these things, what happens? You are going into the wrong direction at the cost of, this is at the cost of soul. You are selling your soul. You are wasting your soul. Waste. It is yours. Nobody is bothered. It is your choice, your freedom, your wisdom, your stupidity, whatever. But at least understand what is happening. That is my only concern. To show you how things are. There is a lot of beliefs and less beliefs you have. Somebody come, he knows a little bit of thing, you become interested in it. And he feels also great because he is recognized. Now he is going to express what he knows or she knows. Now this is the only chance to prove. And if you become convinced, you think this, yes, you know something. You can do something. You are a god, maybe little. No, this kind of darkness is strength. A seeker of the truth remain on the straight line. You may do anything, but you must understand what is what. Otherwise, you are nourishing wrong beliefs. You are strengthening your ego. You are entering into more darkness where it will be even more difficult to come out. Just learn one thing, solve one thing, what you are. And I have shown you the area. I have shown you the picture. Now you have to practice. Practice I cannot do for you, but I can tell you, I can show you, I can help you in this way. That where is the needle, where one should look, but you are wasting time here and there. Since years, 30 years, 20 years, 40 years, 50 years, I see sannyasin, Osho sannyasin, forget other people. I'm not bothered. They are nowhere. And I'm surprised why they are nowhere. What went wrong? Because they are interesting in this kind of thing. Yesterday I talked about fear. One Dr. Saab is here from Haryana, Delhi. He wants to buy those books. As if reading those books, he will be out of fear. Oh, yeah. No, must read, no problem. But that is how you want to know the fear, want to get out of the fear without knowing what you are. What you are knows no fear on the very first place. Because there is light and light and light. Light never meets darkness. But you want to fight with the darkness. Can you win? Solve one thing. Understand what you are. Then you do whatever you want to do. When then you are not cheating others, you are not cheating oneself. Otherwise, there is no end to it. You take millions and millions and millions and trillions birth, you cannot solve anything because you are searching on the wrong spot. Back to the source, back to oneself. And there you see the sun of consciousness is bright, full light, self-effulgent, uncreated, eternal, infinite, and just there you just are. When you just are, you are peaceful, you are at peace, blissful, showered with benediction. If you know, if you understand what is attention and the source of it, consciousness, because consciousness is everything is. If there is no consciousness, nothing is. So it means consciousness is all. If there is no consciousness, what is? And consciousness knows that it can know this also. That is the, it is double arrowed system. It can become aware of the other and it can become aware of itself. It can know the other, it can know itself also. There is no someone in the background who is knowing. Don't get confused. The knowingness is the very nature of consciousness. When you just are returned back, merged with the source is. Now, if you want to identify as yourself, you can say, you just are. When you just are, you cannot be without knowing. When you are, it means you be. That is a state of being. When there is a being, there is a knowing. Now knowing nothing but knowing. Here, you are not knowing anything, just knowing, just being. Pure existence. This existence is not divided. It is not mine or your, it just is. It is all one piece. Two disappears. When two disappears, it is difficult to say even one. When you say one, the counting starts. It gives the feeling of two. If you say no two, it is self-effulgent. In this light, in this knowingness, in this beingness, whatever you do, even if you kill somebody, it is a virtue. Though you will not kill, even kill a mosquito in this state. But even if you kill somebody, it is not a sin, it is a virtue. But when you do things with identified consciousness, whatever you do, it is a sin. It is not virtue to feed the poor. The virtue is know what you are. That is the very source of virtue. Then whatever you do, it is difficult. It is almost impossible to do wrongs. Now you have a list of right and wrongs, and everyone has his own list. Hindu have different, Muslim different, Christian different. Eh? What is right for the Hindu is wrong for the Christian or the Muslim. So everybody has his own test. This bogus list. When you just are, whatever you do is right. You don't need any code. Whatever happens in that light, in that knowingness, in that beingness, is happening in the light, is not happening in the dark. Sooner or later, I wanted to share with you a guided meditation. For that, the background was needed. So I made the background. This is a guided meditation witness. Okay? So one day we will do that. Witnessing, a state of witnessing, and how it happens and what is witnessing. Okay, let me have a taste. What you understand about witnessing? What is witnessing? Everybody talks about. What is witnessing? Yeah. Being the observer. Being the observer is witnessing. Who told you, sir? He is very, very great master. Somebody has told you, or you understand. Observer is the problem. Observer is the nasty fellow. Anybody else? See, you people are sannyasin, many of you. Okay? And you know witnessing. I come to you. You talk about I am aware, I am witnessing. Do you think other people, these people working in the garden, they are not observing? No, they are working in the garden. They don't have any observation or the capacity to observe. And what is the difference between witnessing and observing? What you are saying, witnessing is observing. Okay, yeah. Ah, being passive, what happens? See, nobody knows. Ah, yeah.
Observing while you are also aware of the observer is witnessing.
Give him, give him a big. Somebody wanted to say something, yes?
Accepting what is happening.
Ah, is witnessing. Huh? Okay. Ah, you say it again, what you said.
I said observing while you are also aware of the observer is witnessing.
When you observe, when you become aware of the observer, at the time of observing, the observer disappears, and that is witnessing. You understood? I will explain in the guided meditation. Okay? While observing, if you become aware of the observer, you fall into witnessing state. That is witnessing means not observing anything in particular. Okay, Ranjan? So what is that? It is a state of just mirroring. Then the consciousness has the quality of a mirror. Mirror does not observe, isn't it? But it reflects. Mirror is passive. Observer is active. Observer is ego. Witnessing is no ego. So we'll go through this meditation. When you are listening, your attention is single arrowed. When it becomes double arrowed, the same attention knows the object and knows the knower also. In that very process, knower disappears. What remains? A mirror-like quality of consciousness. That is called Sakshi Chetna. Otherwise, Chetna is not Sakshi. Otherwise, Chetna is Tadatma Chetna, identified consciousness. Now, here, the consciousness is not identified. Disidentified consciousness is witnessing. How you became aware, how you know that? What is the source? Ranjan, what you said, what is the source? It suddenly happened, revealed, or what? Or somewhere you got from my talk, or what?
Might be.
Huh?
Might be I got you got
Huh? Knowingly or unknowingly, you made me happy by asserting very right thing. While observing, if one observe the observer also, then both disappears. The observed and the observer. What remains is witnessing. Witnessing means witnessing nothing. Witnessing means reflecting what just is. With no involvement. No involvement. Witnessing is a state of no involvement. Witnessing is a state of just mirroring. In that very state, everything is just itself. If you develop this state, stabilize into this state, ultimately, when it is totally stabilized, this is what is called enlightenment. So remember, such a simple thing. You have opened the lock, the key was with you. Just remember, all the time you are in a mode of observation. Observe, when there is a observation, there is a observer. It means the consciousness is arrowed and towards the object. It is narrowed. When the observer is observed, it opens up. It is not narrowed. It just is. This is a state of blessing and benediction. This is a state for which you are working. This is a state for which you have come for 40 days. Okay. So let us get ready for the meditation. Okay. तेरा तुझको अर्पण.